Welcome to AIMS India's online classes. So today in our class we'll be continuing our lesson Air and Water, and we'll be learning about drinking water, like how to purify our drinking water. Okay children, like yesterday we have already learned where in some methods of purification of water. No, so today it is about drinking water. Water purification is the process of removing germs and other harmful substances from water to make it fit for consumption. So what is water purification, children? So where we remove the germs. No, water, it is contaminated, in the sense it contains some impurities, which also includes germs. No, and other harmful substances, harmful things which are going to cause harm to our health, which is going to spoil our health. So we have to purify the water which we drink. Okay children, so consumption is nothing but to make it fit for consumption, in the sense to use in our daily life for eating, cooking, drinking and all that. Okay, that is consumption. So water has to be purified. Okay children, and how do we purify the water at home? We can purify water by boiling it for about 10 minutes. It is the simplest way of purifying water. So normally children, you might have observed at homes, no? So we have different methods of purification of drinking water in our homes. So one easiest method of purifying water is, we'll just boil the water for 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, when you boil the water, what happens? So what are all the bacteria or germs, that is parasites, all those are going to be killed. No, so what happens then? So because the germs are going to be killed by boiling the water becomes somewhat pure. Okay, so this is the simplest way of purifying the water. Okay, along with that we may also have filters. No, we also have filters. No, and to purify the water. And here the drinking water that is supplied to our homes is first treated to make it fit for drinking. So where do we get the water, children? We get the water through taps. No, drinking water. So whatever water is supplied to our homes, so first it has to be get pured, so that it is able to be drink. The water is able to be drink. Okay, so for this process, what you have to follow so many steps. Now whatever water, like we call like municipal water, drinking water we get, so after getting purified, the water is supplied through the tap connection to our homes, children. Okay, and there are so many steps to get the drinking water purified. So we'll just see how the process here. Okay, see, first one is sedimentation. Okay, in previous class also we have learnt about sedimentation. Once again we are revising this in this drinking water purification process. Okay children, and sedimentation is, water is collected in large tanks, whereas lot of impurities are removed by the process of sedimentation. Okay, what is sedimentation, children? What did we learn? That is, what are all the impurities are there, they are going to settle down, they are going to deposit. No, leaving the water, they are going to deposit all the impurities down. Okay, so here the water is collected in a large tanks. Okay, and here they are going to remove the impurities with the process of sedimentation. How do this sedimentation process go, children? By heating. No, by heating, in the sense by evaporation, water evaporation. No, so this process is called as sedimentation, and chemicals such as alum are added to increase the rate of sedimentation. Not only through evaporation, children, we can also use some chemicals such as alum. Okay, alum is a chemical compound, so which is going to be mixed in the water. We are going to leave this chemical substance in the water. Then what happens is all the impurities which are there in the water are going to settle down. Okay, so by this way also the impurities can be collected separately. Okay, children. So this happens in the process of sedimentation. And another method is aeration. So these are all the process like one by one. First sedimentation happens, then aeration, the next one. Aeration is a process in which the oxygen content of water is increased. So in this process, like in aeration, what happens? The oxygen content, because oxygen is also very important for us, no? So oxygen content of water is going to be increased so that it is fit for drinking. Okay, children. And now filtration. So after sedimentation, what happens? Finger impurities are removed by the process of filtration. So what happens in sedimentation, children? What happens in sedimentation? See, if this is the tank, so you have water. So under sedimentation process, what happens? This area which I am just blocking with the red color. So what are all the impurities are there? So this red color, okay, these are going to settle down, no, at the end of the container, that is the large tank. So in filtration, what do they do after this process of the impurities are collected here? So finger impurities are removed by the process of filtration. So they are going to remove these impurities by the process of filtration. In the sense, what filtration is? Removing these solid substances, from the liquid. Okay, children, from the liquid substance. Solid is the impurity, liquid is the water, no? So this solid, that is this impurities, is removed by the water from filtrations. Okay, children. And now chlorination. Chlorination, you might have heard about this word, chlorine. Sometimes we get water from our tap connection with such type of some odd smell and odd taste also. So that is nothing but the chlorine. Okay, so this is the process like where adding chlorine to water is to kill harmful germs found in water. Why they add chlorine, children? To kill the harmful germs which are found in water. Okay, which are found in water. And chlorination can be done at any point during the water purification process. Okay, so chlorination, it can be done at any point, like as we learned. So we have sedimentation, we have aeration, and then we have filtration. These are all the process. No, chlorination is just mixing that particular substance into the water to remove or to kill the harmful germs. It's to kill. We cannot remove it, to kill them. Okay, children. So this process, that is the chlorination process, can be done at any point. We can do it in sedimentation stage, or we can do it in aeration stage, or we can do it in filtration stage. Okay, at any point of this process, this chlorine can be added to water, and the purified water is then supplied to our homes. So after this chlorine is added, then the water gets purified and then it is going to supply to our homes. Clear, children? Okay, so how do we get the drinking water? After the process, following these methods, that is sedimentation, aeration, filtration, and then chlorination. Clear, children? See, here is the picture, like how do they do this water purification. So are you able to observe here? So this is for a house, these are for the industries, factories and all that. And here the water is collected. Here, this is the first stage. The water is collected from the river, sea and all water bodies. Then it is going to go with the filtration process. Okay children, so this is sedimentation. First sedimentation process is done, and then the filtration process is done. Again this is going to be, what is this? It is, just a minute children, see, this is yes, disinfection, that is which is going to kill harmful organisms, that is chlorination. Okay, chlorination. Okay children, so here this is going to be done, and at the last, so it is going to be supplied to the houses and the laboratories. Okay children, okay, where they are going to store the water here. After all the process, they are going to store the water here, and then it is supplied to houses and the laboratories. Clear? So this is how we get the drinking water children. So now we have finished our lesson air and water, and we'll just revise by just going through these keywords. Okay, revise the lesson through these keywords and do some exercises children. So what is atmosphere? We learnt about atmosphere. What is it? Atmosphere means the thick envelope of air that surrounds the earth. No, so atmosphere is nothing but a thick envelope, like it is covered. Okay, the earth is covered with a thick cover of air, no, which is of 5 layers. That is nothing but atmosphere. Okay children, potable water. What is potable water? Water that is fit for human consumption. Water that is fit for us for drinking, eating, cooking purposes. No, so this is called as potable water. We have to consume potable water which is pure. And sedimentation. What is sedimentation? The process of deposition of solid impurities present in liquid. So the process of deposition, like sand, mud or any dust particles which are in solid form, so these are going to be deposited down, which are in the liquid. Okay children, okay. And now filtration, the process of separating solid particles from a liquid using a filter paper. Okay, what is filtration? The process of separating solid particles from the liquid. What do we use here? We use a filter paper. Okay children. And filtrate. What is filtrate? The clear water that gets collected in the beaker after passing through the filter paper. Filtrate. No. So again, whatever filter water is collected, again that is going to be filtered. That filter water is nothing but the clear water. No. So again that is going to be collected. That is known as filtrate. Okay. It is going to be collected in a beaker after passing through the filter paper. Clear children? Yes. Now distillation. The other one is distillation. What is distillation? The process of separating a pure liquid from a mixture of liquids. Okay. So again in distillation what happens children? So we are going to separate the pure liquid. Okay. Pure liquid from a mixture of liquids. From a mixture of liquids. Again in water also you contain so many liquids. Okay. Again that is separated. Only the pure form of liquid is separated from the other liquids. Okay children. And what is aeration? The process of adding oxygen to water during the water purification process. Clear? And chlorination. The process of adding chlorine to water to kill harmful germs in water. So these are the keywords children. So please try to understand these words and learn them perfectly so that you can understand the lesson well. Clear? Okay. Now what is the summary? Like what we have learned from this lesson is air is a mixture of gases. No, air is a mixture of gases. What gases do we have more? Like nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide and the other gases. Okay children. And second point is air has weight, occupies space and exerts pressure on all objects. No, through our balloon experiment we have learned that Air has weight and it occupies the space, and it also exerts pressure on all objects. Clear? And the third point is the thick envelope of air that surrounds the earth is called atmosphere. Yes or no, children? Clear? What is atmosphere? A thick envelope of air that surrounds the earth is called the atmosphere. And the fourth one, like what are the 5 layers we have learned? The 5 layers of atmosphere are troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere and exosphere. Okay, so these are the 5 layers. And the fifth one is water can be purified by sedimentation, decantation, filtration and distillation methods. So water can be purified by 4 methods, children. What are they? Sedimentation, decantation, filtration and distillation methods. Okay, so now that we have learnt the chapter well, now we'll do some exercises. So are you ready? Yes. Choose the correct option for each of the following. Yes, children. The first question is the most abundant gas in atmosphere is. So most abundant, which is large in quantity. What is that gas, children? Yes, it is nitrogen. Okay, so whereas you also have oxygen, carbon dioxide, water vapor in the air, that is in the atmosphere, but in the largest quantity we have nitrogen in the atmosphere. Okay, so A option is the right one. Second question, dash is the gas that is used in photosynthesis. Which gas do the plants use in photosynthesis, children? Either oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide or argon. Yes, they do use C option, that is carbon dioxide. Okay, carbon dioxide, sunlight and water. Okay, so these are needed in the process of photosynthesis. Clear, children? Now the third one, where is the ozone layer found? Ozone layer. No. So, and we also learnt that we have to protect our ozone layer, because ozone layer again it is going to protect us. No. So, because it protects us from the radiations which are received from the sun, so we have to protect the ozone layer by not polluting the environment, that is the atmosphere. And where does this ozone layer found? It is in the second layer, that is the stratosphere. Okay, B is the correct answer. Okay, children. Now we'll go with the fourth question. In water purification, alum is added during the process of. So where do we use alum? Okay, that is in sedimentation, filtration, aeration or chlorination. Where do we use this? So as we learned that this chemical substance is going to separate the solid from the liquid. No, and that is done during the process of sedimentation. Okay, A is the correct answer. Children, the fifth question here is, which of the following chemicals is used to kill germs during water purification? So, which of the following chemicals? So, you have got the options: fertilizer, alum, chlorine and argon. So, what do we use to kill germs during water purification? Yes, it is chlorine. That is C option is the correct one. Okay, children? Yes, now we do have true or false statements here. So we have to just mark which is true and which is false. The first one here is, air exerts pressure always in upward direction. Is it true, children? Do air exert pressure always in upward direction? No, this is false. No, it is going to exert pressures in all the directions. No, so that is why this is fall. Second one, plants cannot use nitrogen directly from the atmosphere. Is this true? Yes, this is true. They cannot use nitrogen directly from the atmosphere. Okay, again the bacteria which is present in the soil, it is going to use the nitrogen in different forms. But plants cannot use nitrogen from the atmosphere directly. Okay, children? Now the third one. Stratosphere is the coldest among all the atmospheric layers. Okay, children, this is the second layer of the earth actually. So is this true? No, this is false. Actually, mesosphere is the coldest among the layers. And the fourth one, soluble impurities do not dissolve in water. No, this is false. Soluble impurities dissolve in water. Okay. And fifth one, decanted water is the purest form of water. No, actually distilled water. Okay. So this is also the false answer. Clear, children? Okay. Now we'll go to the other exercise. That is, fill in the blanks with correct words. Dash is responsible for rusting. Dash is responsible for rusting, either water vapor or dust. Which is responsible for rusting? We have learnt iron objects are going to be marked with red colored substance. No, when they are connected with the air and the water vapor. So, water vapor is the correct answer. Okay. The earth is surrounded by a thick envelope of air called the dash. So actually this is the second question. Yeah. So the earth is surrounded by a thick envelope of air called the atmosphere. Okay. Third one, the uppermost layer of the atmosphere is dash. Whether it is troposphere or it is exosphere. Uppermost. The top, the end actually. You do not have any air above this. So that is exosphere. Okay, children. The fourth question is, dash removes soluble impurities from water. So dash removes soluble impurities from water. So this is filtration or distillation. No, filtration. Distillation is different. Okay, distillation is going to purify the liquid from the mixture of liquids. No, but here filtration removes soluble impurities from water. So, which mostly we consume for our drinking purpose. And the fifth one is, dash is used to increase the rate of sedimentation. Dash is increased to increase the rate of sedimentation, that is alum. Okay, children. Now, children, so I would like to give some of the work for you as homework, children. So this D column, that is, give 2 examples for each of the following. Please do this on your own as a homework. Okay. So you have to give examples for properties of air. Okay. And the second one is gases present in the air. Third one is applications of air pressure. So where do we use the air pressure? For example, like vacuum cleaner. I have given you one. So you have to go with any other 2 examples. And the fourth one is the process for removing insoluble impurities from water. No, we have learned different processes. No, like you have to name any 2 processes. Okay. And the fifth one is, where do we use the distilled waters? For example, I say it is car batteries. You can name any 2. Clear, children? So this is also for your homework. Please take a book, or a paper at least, okay? And then copy down these questions and write the answers. Same wise, you just draw this picture, children. You draw this picture and just label the parts. So already you have got this picture. No, this picture and all the parts in our previous slides where I have explained you about the methods of sedimentation, condensation, and the distilled water. Okay, so just have a look, careful look, and then draw this picture and then label the parts without seeing. Again check with that particular slide whether you have done it correctly or any other mistake has been occurred by you. At the same time, even different layers of the atmosphere, children, label the different layers of atmosphere. Okay, so please do that. Please do this work, children. So we have completed the lesson, so we'll be continuing in the next session with the previous Olympiad question and answers. Clear? So until then, children, please do the work. Take care and goodbye. Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for receiving latest updates.